Okay, but let me just stop you there and bring in the Dr. Ononuju from Abuja. Dr. Jabdel, you come in after, let's hear the two of them, since you're the neutral man. Mr. Dr. Ononuju, and now, Honorable Obama has talked about the preparations of INEC, but he ends with a resounding statement that it is the People's Democratic Party that is afraid of the elections. What's your take?
I would want to remind my friend Patrick that it was the People's Democratic Party that appointed Jega, and it was the People's Democratic Party that appointed the INEC that conducted the election, that brought in Mr. Oshomole, that appointed him as Chief of Staff. If the PDP had not been this good in conducting credible elections in Ondo, in Oshun, in Anambra, in Edo, where his principal, Mr. Oshomole, thanked the government for making the soldiers' presence to actually arrest the space in such a way that the election was done in an inclusive form. What the PDP wants is the election should be done in an inclusive form, not using legalistic terms of substantial compliance. So if you have only 31% of the population voting, you say people have voted. No, let us have voting in such a way that as many people as possible are included in the process so that we can feel a sense of belonging and a sense that we have contributed towards making this change. The PDP is not afraid about election. We know that the PDP still will win because the APC has not been able to damage that public perception about General Buhari being a very, very violent man who represents not a political party, but the insinuations of a Sunni platform. And this is what we're trying to say. We want an inclusive Nigeria. We want a Nigeria where everybody's aspirations are carried along, including the weak, the poor, the vulnerable, and those who are young also. We don't want anybody removed with some legalistic terms like substantial compliance. No.
Okay.
Mr. Ononuju?
Yes.
Whereas I hear you, I just want to fly a kite. I say that INEC may produce 100 million PVCs, but if people are not interested and they do not go to pick up their PVCs, there isn't anything that INEC can do about it. The cards will be sitting down there, whereas we all want an inclusive election. We can't force it, can we?
That is not what it is. Don't forget, a lot of Nigerians, let me give you an instance. INEC say that in Borno State, where we have a civil war, that there is 95% collection. In Ogun State, where you have peace, there is only 34-point-something% collection. You will know that something is wrong. Some people will go there, including me, to collect my card, and they tell me stories of, we can't find your card is not there. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, yesterday's INEC might have been very good, but Jega is a good man. But of course, he has become compromised because some people have gotten into INEC, seized it. As you heard the SSS say the other time, they caught some APC people with cloning of cards. INEC has now assured us that those cards that were caught with APC, that they have redesigned the source code for the card readers, that all the cards that were caught by the SSS at the APC's office would not work. And this is the fear. So people have substantial fear about the card reader, about why the APC is moving on. The PDP believed that the production of Mr. Oshomole in Edo State was the same format to be used by the INEC, but not knowing that some rogue elements have gotten into the distribution strength of this cards and then undermined it. So we have now achieved that 6 weeks extension. If you understand, that 6 weeks have allowed us to, as Patrick just said now, achieve this up to 80% collection. Let me believe what INEC said to be true. But the election will tell. We are not worried about the election. We are not afraid about the election. We still believe that that historical perception the public has about Buhari has not changed. You do the election tomorrow, good luck, we'll win. We want an inclusive country. We want everybody to participate in a free and fair election.